must-have tools. I've been trying to do this for a while, but finally was able to get everything out the other day, and we're going to get rocking. And we'll show you all the tools you need to have if you're a mobile mechanic. We'll give everybody a second to hop in here, and we'll get rocking. There's some mail here. Checking it out real quick. But oh, baseball bat came in. Oh yeah, check it out. This is for these little ones. Got a baseball bat. That was fast as lightning. This is not a tool for mobile mechanics, but I'm gonna have to show this baseball bat off. This is sent from, shout out to Mariucci. This is what I got for the girlfriend's son. Check it out. It's pretty awesome stuff. Oh, wow, I'm impressed by this. Okay, wait to check it out. He's gonna be excited, I bet. Give me one sec. So right here, as you can see, this is the new bat. That is hot looking. I'll tell you what. That is gonna be fire. This thing is nice. Check this out. It's not a tool for a mechanic, but hey, you could use it. Maybe mobile mechanic in the background if you got to give somebody a whack in the head if they're trying to rob you. You never know. But I'm teasing. But look right here. This thing is awesome. I'm really impressed. Wow, this kid's going to be hype. I would be too. I never had a bat like this growing up. But I did. Off the chain. These are my tools that we're going to go over. Pretty cool. I've got everything separated. I'm going to show you exactly the order. We'll get some people checking it. Second to get in here. Then we'll go over everything properly. And, of course, this is not a mechanic tool, but hang tight. I'll give you guys a chance to tune in. Of course, we need some viewers so we can start this up. If not, we'll get going without people. But, hey, working on organization here is one of the key things as a mechanic. This is my house. We got stuff everywhere. Yeah, that's how it goes. But it's my Milwaukee flashlight. Pretty cool. We're going to get over here to this stuff here. This is where all the cool hand tools I'm going to go over. And what all you'll need as an actual mobile mechanic to get going and have a good business, of course. This is pretty insane stuff here. It's going to blow your mind, all the tools that I actually have. Let me get this bat over here real quick, and we'll get back to business. And, of course, I'm going to put up the baseball bat for now, but he'll be excited here momentarily when I drop that off. I know that. So, as you can see, we were working on organizing after a lot of work. Whole lot of work going on in the week. Let me go dump out some of the rest of these dirty bags. We got some new bags. We're going to put this stuff back in as well. Check out to see the temperature out here real quick. But yeah, get ready for some crazy stuff. I'm going to explain all these tools or do a Q&A. It's unfortunate I didn't give people more time. I'm sorry. I have to get better at that, guys. You know, do my best. It's very difficult to do this. Hang tight right there. Hopefully we'll get a few people come in. We can get started. I'm going to go over these tools, you know. It is always good to rewatch the videos. So, it'll be worth it. It's actually really nice today. I don't even need a jacket. That's crazy how nice it is out here. I thought it was going to be freezing cold. But we don't need a jacket. But I am going to dump this bag out first. Give me a second to do this. And we'll get back to business on these tools. Here are all my mats. So, hopefully I didn't mess you guys up. All right, so right here, all my mats I use. Tons of mats. These are my stands. I always go with lightweight stuff. Let me show you. These are always aluminum jacks. Work great for mobile mechanics especially. I'm going to get into the hand tools in a minute. I'll show you some of the stuff right here. And then we got all this stuff over here. Light aluminum jack. I'm about to go pick my helper up here in a second. I got a new helper. He's What's Up. I call him What's Up. Wazzy. It's cool. He does good work, man. I'm impressed. That's a really nice jack over here, right? The problem is, it weighs a zillion pounds. I mean, it's so heavy you can't really bring it with you. That's why I like to go with the aluminum jacks. This is great to have. A little brush. You always want to have a little brush. A little tiny broom. Sweep up, clean up stuff. It works wonderful, trust me. And it's great to have with you. Always have some wood blocks. Always have these wood blocks. You never know when you're going to get something you can't quite get to the height. Like the Range Rover, for example, the other day. That worked wonders. Cardboard boxes sometimes for the ground. And, hey, Wazzy, if you're watching, brother, make sure you're ready when I get over there. I'm on the way to get you. So right here, we have tons and tons of mats. I actually twisted my ankle on these guys the other day. Also, get yourself some cheap ones of these. Get them at the Dollar Tree. They're great if you're going to be making a mess on somebody's pavement or driveway. You want to have this. Don't want to mess somebody's driveway up. Get those. All right, let's get in here. A couple stoppers. We're going to get everything organized. My whole truck bed is actually cleared out completely. Of everything, it is completely cleared out. So let me get this bag kicked out of here, just dust out here. going over this nonstop, and there goes another screw popping out here. Screws everywhere. All right, anyways, get here and let's check out the tools inside. So I'm gonna go through each one of these and explain to you what they do real quick. Then I'm gonna go, let me actually break this down into a couple sections. These are all the other bags we've been trying to desperately get situated. Tons of bags are good to have. So what I like to do on this, right? So you have different bags, right? Different bag sizes. And the reason I have different bag sizes is because on different jobs, you're going to need to be quick, like on the fly, go, right? So the point of having all the different bag sizes is you can easily, you know, that one job, I say you can work on in 2 days. What I'll do is I'll get everything ready for 2 days, and we're ready to rock. So we don't have to go back to that job and have tools. We don't have our tools ready, which is the problem, right? So you need to have everything ready to go, always, like always. Can't believe I've only got 2 of these left. I must have already started using 2. But either way, got 2 fresh bags we have right here. Get these at Harbor Freight and get them on sale. Sometimes not a bad sale at all. They come in handy, they really do. Well, let's get going. Okay, so I'll go over the tools real quick. You don't hear me, make sure y'all can hear. Sometimes it'll get out of whack, but I'm gonna show you on my truck bed right quick too, where we're at with the truck bed. Then we'll get going over the tools. So I cleaned up my whole truck the other day with the help. Set up I can't even get in there and on my keys, so we're not doing that right now. But first off, we'll go over the tools, and how about that? Who's on here today? Anyone yet? Not really. Most people don't tune in this time, so sorry if I missed you. I'll do it again. I promise. So let's go over tools. Right here we have all the different stuff you're gonna need. Now, this is not always for everybody. If you're a beginner, you don't necessarily have to have all this stuff. But this is how much stuff you have. It's unbelievable, really, if you think about it. As a mechanic, I want to go over some of the specialty tools. Right here, a very important set to have. I'll do another stream once I go pick him up. You see these right here? These are very important to have as well. These are U-joint type socket sets, okay? So these are 3/8" drive. Now, these are some of my specialty tools. We got plenty more where these came from. We have, this is for inner tie rods. This is for spark plugs. Here we have more specialty U-joints. These are actually going to be smaller size. These are, well, no, these are the same. No, these are 1/4" drive. These are some of the most used tools I use. I love these little guys. They're great. Anthony Dara, how you doing, buddy? Somebody's in here. Can you hear me? Everybody hear me good? These are your step-ups and drop-downs. Can y'all see these? Very important to have. This basically show you how this works real quick in case you maybe don't know. Anyway, if you use this here, this allows you to go on here. Let's say you put it on there. Thank you, buddy. It's a lot of tools. I'm about to go over everything right now. If you have any questions, you feel free to ask. I'm going to go over it with you. It goes on right here. And now you can use your 1/4" drive, which would be, you know, applicable to the same thing as like right here. So basically returning this little guy, the big guy into a little guy, because I may not have a tool for that, but I do actually. I actually have all the tools. So we'll take it back off and moves this up to here. Can you see what I'm talking about? So this won't go into here now, but this will go like this. Let me show you something real quick. Pull it off here like that, and let me show you. This goes here, and then, for example, this would go here. So now we have the same tool, basically. One's just, so this is for purposes of like ratcheting. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. It took a while to get this tool set together. I'm actually going to go over organizing everything, getting all that situated here momentarily. It's not easy to do. This is just the main tools I carry with me every day as a mobile mechanic. So let me show you what I'm doing here. These all go in a set. So what I'm going to go through here, get the drop downs, the step ups out. I'm waiting for him to get over here, all stuck to the bottom, but also show you some more stuff. So these are triple square hex bits. These are needed on Volkswagen, German vehicles, Audis, stuff like that, and some Mercedes, mainly German vehicle Audis. Who can tell me what this is? It's one of the few tools many people don't know. Tell me what this guy is, and I'll show you. Tell me what that is there. For one thing, it's a step up, right? Well, actually, no, it's just if you look at it, it's not even a step up. What is this? And also, I'll show you another tool. I want to see if people can tell me what they are. All right, we'll see if you can tell me if these are. If you know it, put it in the comments. As you can see the end of this? Let me show you this compared to this. Right here, we have an extension, right? It is an extension. See the difference in these two extensions? That is the difference. One is a wobble extension. And so they're great to have for tight spots. Now, that being said, you know, it's wonderful. I'll show you how they work real quick. Let me show you. These are more triple square hex bits. They're just smaller ones, different sizes. Here, different sizes. So I'll show you how the wobble extension works real quick. What you do is you stick it into one of these guys here, in case people don't know. But now check it out, they wobble. So if you look, you get the appropriate, so you're in a tight spot, and you need to have some play. It's got a wobble on the end of that. It's called a wobble extension. Yeah, so I am, sir. That's what I'm doing right now. So the difference. So that helps that tool wobble. And so if you were to put this on, right, they're not going to wobble. Correct? This, it doesn't have that extra play. So let's say we got to go into a tight spot. And I'll be honest, you don't use the wobble extensions and the big guys as much. You more or less, let me show you a situation where you would want to use a wobble. So for example, I have a short on how to reach a YouTube starter that really sucks, right? So what you want to do is have a couple wobble extensions. See, that's a regular extension here. You see the tip on that? Let me show you a wobble. I should have a wobble in this over here section here too. Let me double check. I should have a wobble, I hope. Give me a second. Let me get my light so I can see. I should have a wobble over here as well. So this is just one more set of tools. I got a whole bunch more of them. We can finish getting these organized today. There's maybe a wobble even on the end of here. I can't tell. Maybe a wobble. Nope. I don't know where my wobbles are right here. Here we go. Here's a wobble. See that? That's the wobble. And they're great for a setup like this. So basically, what you could do is like this in this situation. Check it out. Right here. Put this on here, right? And that's the regular extension we got here. Now we're going down to a wobble, right? Which we just did. Let's go to a regular, another regular. So what we're going to have here is if we have to reach something far, it's going to give you this wobble room, right? So right here on the end of that, you see how we got that extra wobble? Check it out. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? If I can show you better. This actually now has, I'm trying to hold it flat on the ground so you can see what I mean. This has that extra wobble. It's got that little bit of play so you can get to whatever you need to get to. You see that? And it helps you from not stripping things, getting it rounded. Really great tools to have. I have a lot, I know. Now, if you're a starter, if you want to start your own business, you don't need all this right away. But it's helpful to have, it really is. These are all my different sockets, not sockets, but my ratchets. So we have this one here, which is really cool. I use this quite a lot. My 1/4 inch stuff I use a ton of because I do a lot of engine work. And when you're in the engine bag, you need plenty of room. So this one you can actually hook up something. Let's just say, for example, we have to get something here, okay? And we need this tool to be a different size. Well, the great part about this tool is, let me show you real quick. Get on the end of here, and I'll show you. Give me a hot second. Pop it on there. I'll show you the mean. Okay, I'm actually going to set you guys over here so you can get a better view of what I'm doing. It'll be a little easier, I think, like that. I can show you a little easier, too. Anyway, so, I'll show you. Basically, when you go like this, light on your face, sorry. When you go like this, watch. Put it on, right? And say we got to get to a bolt. You can't, it's a tight spot, I can't reach. Let's just say, probably you could just use something like this, right? We got to get to a bolt. So we're in there, we got to get to a bolt. Well, you can stick it onto the bolt, right? Onto the bolt. You can move this any way you want. Also, you can ratchet like this too, so it doesn't wear out so quick. It helps to ratchet, or you can just do it like this too. So it makes it really easy to be able to work the ratchet, or flip it around. You can do anything you want to. So let's say you want to go like this to start. So you want to loosen, you can tighten and loosen at the same time. It's about flipping the ratchet. It's really cool tool to have. This is a basic setup ratchet here. It's basic ratchet. This is the core ratchet, and this is called a flex head ratchet. Okay. This is the flex head. Basically, the head flexes the different sizes. Now, I do have a really cool flex head. It's not this size. It's in here. So right here, let me show you this here. Get you guys back up. Let me show you the difference between. This is a new aspect right here. The new icon set, right? Let me show you the new icon set here. There here is the new icon ratchet set, which I love. They're great tools, I really say. Harbor Freight has them. This new one, actually, you can lock this in place. Basically, all you got to do is flip this switch. You can fold this how you want to once you flip the switch. Also, this is, it actually has on and off. So I don't know about you, sometimes I get mixed up. On and off is a great tool to have, for me at least. Because when you get somewhere and you get upside down, all of a sudden, you got to figure out which way's on and off. It's kind of tricky. I've actually stripped the bolt before doing that myself. So anyway, lock it in. This helps to lock that in like that. And once you're locked in, like so, guess what? That's going to stay now in this lock position. And you can knock it out of there, of course. But yeah, except for in some cases, if you have one like this won't stay because it just gets floppy all the time, which is so annoying. These always fail because they get too floppy, which you don't want to have a good floppy too. Too much flop, it's not good. Right here is another example of a U-joint. Not U-joint, but a wobble extension. You see how that now moves around on the end of that extension? Really great tool. Anyway, go over the basic stuff here. Anytime you have something made out of this type of thickness, this is a nice stick for ratcheting, for impact use, okay? Really helpful for impact. And then we have, you know, I prefer icon. I have a lot of different icons. These are like, so we have different icon tools here. Let me show you something here too. We have, always biometric. That's all I ever buy really anymore. Then we have different sizes. So we have this, we have a long one of these. We also have these, which are like mid sizes, right? So they're not quite as long. I mean, every tool has their purpose. They really do. Right here's, he was doing the other day. He mixed in a step up by accident, which is very common to do. This is a step up. The same thing with this. Let's say you're using a tool, you know, for example, we're using this guy right here, and you want to jump up a size. So really, it would take this one on here like this. It would take this small hole for a 1/4 inch. We'll go on like that, right? Let's say you want to step up. Then we'll take it off like this, and we'll get the step up on there. Second, step up can go on there, and now we have, let's see, step up on. Show it to me here in a minute. Step up goes on, and now we could jump this up to a 1/2 inch size. I can't quite get it on because I have to push this button down when I do it. Hard to do one-handed, but you know, you get what I'm saying. So let me show you. Once the step up goes on, which I finally did, it clicks into place. That step up clicks in, if it ever does. I have to push the button on this tool. It's kind of annoying. The button's nice to have so they don't fall off, by the way. That's what I like about the Quinn. They're okay. They're not the best tools. I just bought it for a set. But now we can step up and use, say, for example, this size. It clicks right into place like this. And it goes like that. Perfect. All right, sorry about that. So right here, you see this is now jumped up a size, which now fits this over here. Fits this 3-inch drive over here. It goes right on here. So basically, you just change this into this size ratchet, which comes in handy. I will say this, Quinn does make a hell of a lock position. They don't want to ever come off of there. Anyway, that's just some of the basic stuff. But right here is, like I said, that's going to fit on these usually. Your 3/8 inch, which are these, right? Your 1/4 inch, which are these. You have the smaller ends on it, right? 1/4 inch, which are handy because you don't want to strip things, right? And then you have your, these are more of the wobbles. Now some of these got mixed in over here. I get it. People are rushing when things don't got to be perfect. And most people don't know what these are, so he doesn't do these a lot. He doesn't work on cars so much, I don't get it. Hey, I didn't learn these until I did this for a long time. So these all technically should be over here for now with the other 1/4 inches that are like this. This is the whole set. This is like a $140 set for these guys. They're not cheap. You don't have to have them. Good idea. Like I said, this guy, I'm going to this over here for now so we can get everything organized. So this goes with the step ups and step downs. This is part of a wobble extension set. This is just for the end of a ratchet. So this is for spark plugs. We have more. These are U-joint type setups, triple square hex bits, and then of course we just have, you know, and this is another wobble extension. This is a 3/8 inch drive actually wobble. You see that? This came, this is a 10 millimeter actually. This came with a special set I got. So this is kind of being over here. If you can figure it out. This is another. This is actually a step up from a 3/8 inch to a 1/2 inch drive. It would fit on. So it goes on here, and now it's basically turning this right here into one of these guys. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is now going to be one of these, which is kind of cool. See the same exact tool I have in a 1/2 inch drive, which comes in handy a lot. So this tool right here is now the same as this. So we could use this side, these size sockets. That's the great part about these here is now this fits on here. Fits right on here. Boom, boom. The same way it would go on to one of these here. Same type of way, right? So I have that, and we also have the flex here. So let me just show you something kind of crazy here real quick. I'll show you all my ratchets laid out so you can see. These are all my specialty star bits, hex bits, different bits like that. You have different specialty sizes, you know, for different jobs. Then you have your reverse Torx bits right here. Now, if you're starting your own mechanic business, you don't need to have all these right away. You're not going to get them all, trust me when I say that. You're not going to have all this stuff. We're probably talking about right here in general, just these tools right here. I mean, easily. Let me just give you a figure, right? Now, I'll move over here in 1 second, and I've got to get rocking, but unbelievable. You won't even believe. Try to guess. I want you to try to guess in the comments what you think I paid. The total price for these tools, just right here in this room, right here. Talking about just the hand tools alone, okay? I'm going to give you a few more examples. Hang on 1 sec. Okay? So try to guess, and it's unbelievable. This is what people don't understand. How much mechanics put into their jobs. I'm going to show you right now all my different ratchets real quick and just line them up where you can see. I'm just going to stick with just the icon stuff for now, right? So give me a second. Right there's the icon. Right there's the icon. I'm going to keep them up in the sizing too. So that's an icon, and this is icon. 1/4-inch drive icons. We won't even do the Pittsburghs right now. These are good to have mobile just to throw around. They break. It's got lifetime warranty. Who cares? You're good to go. So I'm going to show you all the icon stuff. Well, actually, I don't even have an icon, a regular one. I don't use them that much. So we'll throw one of these in so you can see the difference. These are all three different ratchets. Can you see? All three different. Reason being, one's a flex head. One's this guy. Now, there's a couple more tools I do need to get. I do need to get a locking. This is a locking flex head, which is great. Like I said, very great to lock into place. You can lock it into a certain lock position. That way, when you're working, it doesn't fall out of the lock position. So it stays steady. Great for spark plug removal. That way you don't get wobbly on the ratchet. Great tool to have there. And we have our 1/2-inch drive icons. I'm missing one of my big, no, I'm not, right here. Boom, boom, right here. Okay, good. Those are all 1/2-inch drives. Can y'all see the difference in these? That's a 3/8 inch, and I have more 3/8 inch over here. Right here, I believe. I've got another really nice 3/8 inch somewhere. Right there, actually. There it is. Icon. 3/8 inch. Here, this is actually 3/8. So we got this. Think about it like that. We got 1/4-inch. We got 3/8 inch locking, 3/8 inch normal flex icon. Then we have these icons. So these are all really nice. Yeah, I love this tool. Use it a ton. And then we have something like a breaker bar, which is great to have. I don't buy expensive breaker bars because they break a lot. You don't need an expensive $500 breaker bar. You don't need that. This is then cheaper, but pretty, comes in handy. This is an adjustable ratchet. The cool part about, I will say this about Pittsburgh, is they do break a lot, but they're good for this type of work because if you throw them around and they break, big deal. Take it back up to Harbor Freight, give it back, they give you a brand new one. Really easy. All of these have lifetime warranties. All of these have lifetime warranties. They're worth every penny you pay for it at the time. They really are. It's right here. You put that step up over there. That's an icon step up, I believe. Yep. Very expensive. So right here, let me just tell you right here. I can tell you the prices on these real quick. This is like 85 maybe. Between, let's just say, okay. 50, let's just say it's 150 right here. Another 200 right here. And probably another 300 right here. Right there, already at $800 just on a few ratchets. Then we go over here. We have... just trust me. All these icon sets alone, like all these wobble extensions right here. Unbelievable. This whole little set of these guys. Like I said, this whole little set of these. So they're basically a U-joint built in. I'll show you what the difference is. So they're U-joint built in. Let me show you real quick what I mean. Okay, give me 1 second. And I'll show you what a regular U-joint looks like. This is what a regular U-joint looks like. Is like this. So regular U-joint looks like this, see? But there's no, you have to put the bolt on the end yourself. I'll show you, for example, what I mean by that. 1 sec. Wrong size. I gotta get the right size. Hang on. My back hurts. Anyways, you know what? I'm gonna show you a little different way to do this. So I'm gonna stick this on right here. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna stick it on there right now. I'll show you what I mean. So, anyways, y'all can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. Right here, you got this. Okay, so this goes on here like that. Pops into place. You ever see here too? Right here, you got your hole. On this guy, you got your hole, right? This hole, the hole right there, is to where this goes in. Very important to note. So this goes in, it would go into the spot where the hole's at, and when you click it in, it helps to grab it so it doesn't slip out. See what I mean? It helps us hold this tool on. So what I did, well actually, this is a real U-joint. I took a real joint on to a wobble, This is just a wobble already made. So you have the shorter distance, right? Now, if I was to actually go like this and stick a real one on there, let me show you the difference. Now you got this tool. Watch how much longer it is. Very hard to reach some of the areas because of the length now. This is taking the length out of the equation, right? So these are just made into U-joints, made into the socket, so it's not so long. That's all they are, really. Really basic concept. So I hope that makes sense. Let me show you here too. Right here, we actually have these. Go back in here, I got one. This is my whole set. This stuff, of course, my 10 millimeters missing. They always go missing. I'm missing my 10 millimeter here on my insider set, right? Which is kind of irritating, but they're missing. It's back over there for now. It's good back here. Let me show you here. These are for my insider, for my ratchet, right? So we have, this actually turns it into a 1/2 inch drive. So what happens here, these slide into the ratchet, the Milwaukee ratchet, and they work like that. So it's not far out. Length is so huge when it comes to working on cars. You don't understand. You need every bit of room you can get. So it also has this here. Where'd it go? This is good. Can get onto a 1/4 inch on the ratchet. Or if you want to stick a bit in there too, you can go like this. And which gets me to the next point I'm going to get to. And right here are all my standard tools. Actually, move them out the way. Anything like this gets moved out the way. I don't even use this anymore, ever. I'll be honest with you. You don't even need standard tools. Don't even buy them. I don't even know why tool companies make them, honestly. They just get in the way. So right here, for example, if I wanted to put this onto my ratchet or any other tool, like for example, it could go like this. You basically turn this into a 1/4 inch drive, and you have this here. Let me show you. Goes in like that right there. So now my insider turns into a ratcheting tool, or vice versa. Or you can actually use different sizes. So again, here's another wobble extension for a gun right here. So this is the difference. Let me show you. Right here we have. So the difference between the two. I'll put this over here for now. So these all made to go into the end of my power tools. So I'm going to try to show you if I have the other one, but I don't. So anyway, 1/2 inch drive. No, I don't have a 1/2 inch drive. I'm missing that. But these are 3/8 and a 1/4 inch drive, right? We have those two. That's what the little one is. And they also can go on the end of here. If you want to use it like this, it's nice to use. Screwdrivers. And this goes into the end of the impact, or like I said, into the end of those over there. This is the whole set. It's a nice Milwaukee set. It's not bad. You have to buy 1/2 inch, unfortunately. They keep making them all the time with 1/2 inch. I mean, a 1/2 inch, but a standard. I hate that. I hate that so much. Anyway, here you go. Really nice chisel set and pick. So this is great to have if you need to. I always keep this with me. If you're doing brakes, for example, some brakes you have to have something like this. You chisel something off. This is a great chisel set. So you need to puncture something with the hammer. You take the end of a ball peen hammer. It's very important if you're a mechanic. You always want to have a ball peen hammer. Let me show you why real quick. Anyway, right here, the ball peen hammer. So if I was to drill something out with the ball peen, right? Let me show you here if I was going to drill something. Basically, what I would need to do is take this and you would dent it. Put a little dent in, get the drill mark going, so when you drill it, it won't move around on you. You can tap and die and extract something, right? It works out well. So anyway, we'll go over these guys here. Different types of channel lock pliers. Keep a regular hammer on me. This is a must-have tool here. I know this is a lot at once. Like I said, I'll probably do a part 2. I just want to get this moving. Hope this helps you understand some stuff. This is a lovely wrench. So what I would do with this, let me show you how it works. So it's for like hoses, right? Hose, you need to grab like a hose to a, let's just say radiator, right? You grab the hose for the radiator, you grab it, clamp both sides, clamp it down. Once it locks on, so it'll lock onto a hose, because hoses are flexible. When it locks in, show you like on this glove, for example, right? So it locks itself in. Like the other day when I got into that Mercedes, if you saw the video on the Sprinter, when I had to reach up there and grab the hood latch, I use this. So it locks in, and watch, it now grabs. It is now grabbing that, and it's locked in. So to release, so to hold the hose clamps. So you release it, you hit it like that, hit the side button. Could y'all see that? Sorry if you couldn't, I'll do it one more time. Right there, it's grabbed on, locked in. You just hit this button. And there it goes. It releases the lock tab on this mechanism. Really cool. Must-have tool. Really is. If you're doing work on hoses, great tool. Anyway, always have. These are awesome. Grabbing things at a short distance. You got a reverse type needle nose. You pull open, they open. See the difference? And they close like that. Real tight reach spots. You can reach in and grab stuff out. Really easy. I have a real tight hole. You reach in and grab it and pull it on out of there like that, pretty much, right? So same thing. Then we have our tab. This is for tabs right here. You want to pop a tab loose. Stick them up beneath there. Pop the tabs off cars. They work great for that there. And we have for like some simple stuff here. We always want to have channel lock pliers. I have a good set of channel lock pliers always. Very, very important channel lock pliers. Very, very important stuff here. So you open up, and so retract calipers. So you set your distance on it. These are great tools for channel lock pliers. And one of my favorite tools and must-have tools is the mobile mechanic is a pipe wrench. I know you asked me why a pipe wrench, right? Well, I'll tell you why. Pipe wrench is an extremely important tool to have. It works great. See that? It works great unless if you can't get to a bolt with something stuck, it grabs on with the teeth. You know how many stripped oil pan bolts I've taken on with a pipe wrench? Too many to remember. Right here is a great tool. Who can tell me what I use this for? Check it out. Let me show you something real quick. What is this used for? I bet nobody can guess this. If you guess it, I will cash it. Be $10. What do I use this for? If you watch my videos a lot, you may be able to guess what this is used for. Maybe you could. This is actually used for, give you a second in the comments to guess what it's used for. It's a copper, thick wire, and it's bendable and flexible. What would I use this for as a mobile mechanic? What is it great to do? Well, it's flexible on one thing. I'll give you a second to think about that. I'm going to put my chisel back. Y'all think about that for a second. I'm going to see if anybody can guess that. What I use it for? I bet you can't do it. I bet somebody could if you ever used it. Anyway, it's just something I thought of myself. And I doubt anybody else does it, honestly. So, anybody guessed it yet? No guesses? Okay, anyway, what that is used for, so what I use for this is for breaking into cars that I lock myself out of. It's happened before. You can blow the window up with your blow-up bags, which I have those too. So the blow-up bags, you blow the window up, and then you can contort this to the right size. Once you get the window blown up, you can reach down in there and hit the lock. You can unlock the door, and boom. You can pop right, you can get right into the car. And as long as the battery's not dead, that works fine. The battery's dead, you may have a problem sometimes. But sometimes you can also bend it, and you can also stick something on the end, and you can grab handles. So then, we just have a million other stuff to go over. I think that's the basic hand tools right now. I'm going to do one on power tools as well, which is a great topic there. And, yeah, so, forgetting anything? No, yeah, so I did show you all those. Showed you, yeah, a couple more things real quick, and then I'm rock and roll. Make sure you hit that like if you haven't and subscribe. Check out part 2. This tool right here is great. If you can't get you got a stuck a hub sometimes, or you can't get the rotor off, you got to replace it anyway. Just clamp this on top of the rotor, and you can actually kick down and smack it and kick the rotor, knock the rotor loose or the hub loose. I've used this quite a few times for that. You shouldn't have to use this, but if you do, then you know that is what that's there for, and it works great. Anyways, of course, these are the difference in your other pliers, and nobody understood the other plier. You need to grease these up. These things have seen better days. This is completely stuck. It's crazy. See how stuck that is? It's just from use. I'm going to grease them up later. So I don't really use these, but see how they open so wide? You can't get in there and grab things. These need to get thrown away or fixed. But yeah, also these are great tab removal tools. I'm going to keep all these separate in a set later. Rubber mallet. And most importantly is my dead blow hammer. It's a dead blow. It's full of like a sand mixture or something like that. So when you hit, it's good to knock valve covers loose, stuff like that. And, you know, you need your chisels, of course, chisel set. This is your tensioner tool. This is a must-have if you're a beginner mobile mechanic, especially. A lot of people, I don't really use it. You can see I've used it never. It's called a torque wrench is what it's called. You adjust your torque settings so you don't, over torque something. It's very, you have to, even I have to use this. Not this one I don't use. I just do it in the car for a job the other day. I can swear to you. I'm going to do a video. I call these my torque guns, okay? Literally. I'm joking. But I do this enough so I can almost hit it dead on. Almost dead on. If you go behind me with the torque wrench, you'll be amazed how close I can get. Within maybe a half a section, a half a, Newton meter, literally, how close I can get from doing it. We got a few more cool tools I'm going to show you. This is just mainly overkill. So, these guys right here, it's a whole icon set. These are for complicated, like, you have like rings you got to get to, like snap rings, stuff like that. You probably don't need that. See, it's right here. Yeah, here's a cool tool I have. That's for reading refrigerant detector. That's great to have when you become a more advanced mobile mechanic and you do this longer. Here's a must-have tool. It's a manual. I got broken. Oh well, kind of cheap, but it still works fine. This is a manual battery reader. Show you how this works real quick. Right here in my blow-up bags too. Oh yeah, right here's one of my other bad boys. You got mixed in here. This is my little bad boy Milwaukee. It's a nice powerhouse tool there. This is good to all get organized better here momentarily. I got to go pick up my helper. Sure, he's waiting on me. My blow-up bags. They go with that bronze tool I was showing you. These guys right here, we'll put them back. They go over here. I got a set somewhere over here. I don't know where it's at right a second. We'll put them back over here for now. We'll get them in the set in a second. Like I said, you don't use that much. Probably hardly never anymore, unless you're doing a ball joint, which I don't do ball joints. So I just got that set a while back. Unknowingly, actually. I thought it was for something else when I was rushing. Let me show you how you use this up. In case you're wondering how to use one of these. For example, here's the brand new battery customer. Did not like his battery just would not work. That being said, these are pretty new batteries. Brand new battery, actually. You can hook it up like this to it, hook it up like this to it. And what this does, you see that power? Now check the load. You see if the battery's keeping a load. Once we hit down the power button on this, it heats up in the back. Look how it's pulling that down pretty good. Now, will it hop back up and recover? Probably not. Maybe it will. It needs to be up to the OK mark. Yeah, that's not a good battery right there, I'm telling you. Now, watch this. Can y'all see how that just did that? Now, it's the 12 volts, but it should not be that bad. It really should not be that bad. Not this soon. It's bad. Let's see if my automotive battery will check out. It may check out. It may not. Let me just check if I can get it on there. And as this heats up, let me show you real quick what this does. That'll hold. I'm going to do the same thing here and test my motorcycle battery. About to install the fuel pump today, guys, actually, I think. If we can get it on there, it's really difficult to get on some of these motorcycle batteries. There we go. Okay, will it hold? Let's see. Darn it, I can't get it on there. Anyways, I've reconditioned this battery for a while. Let's see if it holds. Anyway, we'll check that out. This is a small battery. But check it out, see if it holds better. Small battery, so we pull a draw on it. You can smell it. I'll show you in a second what I mean. Look at that battery. It actually recovered better than that big battery did. Check out that heat in the back of this. So it pulls the heat like a draw is what it does. That's a pretty good battery compared to this stupid one over here. Let me show you what I mean. We'll get back over here to this guy, which sucks. The guy over here just sucks. I don't know what's going on with this sucky battery. It's a bad battery, though. I told the guy I think it's got a bad battery. I gave him one of my older batteries. He's had no problems with it. Check out that one. It's still weak already. Shouldn't be like that. It should be better. It should be better than my motorcycle battery, which is this tiny. It's crazy. Anyway, over here, I'm going to show you over here. This battery I know is good. I know this battery is a good battery. Let's see what it tests like compared to the other battery. Give me one second. Okay, so put a draw. Yeah, check out how strong that's holding compared to that other battery over there. Other battery jumped down to the weak zone instantly. Check this out. See where it recovers at. And this is silver. This is just the oldest silver battery. Check it out. It's way better recovery rate. And this thing is what? How old? Yeah, you can tell it's still fairly new. But it's a customer that said they wanted a new battery. See how hot that is? So be careful when you're done. That's going to pull a draw. We'll set that down out of my way. Back you up some, making me dizzy. Anyways, that is how that works. You can tell it's still working fine. Don't let this touch. We'll let it cool like this for a minute. Let it cool like that for a minute. And yeah, so yeah, let me show you a few other things I've got. I'm going to get them out real quick. Oh, you always have some of these with you too. They're great to have. These hand towel wipes. When you get dirty on the job, you wipe your hands off. Great tools to have. So I'm going to show you a few more things. Haven't even broken these out. I've never used them. I got it when I was just making money, trying to build up my tools. Now, I'm about to blow your mind. Want to see the crazy room? Check it out. Got my motorcycles over there. They're twin motorcycles. I've got all of this. It's unbelievable. This is just being a mobile mechanic for as long as I have. I actually came here to get a couple of specific things, though. I'm going to get this right here. Again, right here. You always want to have a mallet on this job. Soldering gun, cheap soldering gun. I don't use it a lot. I mean, there's stuff everywhere. All my oils I need for different jobs. Radiator fluid, ATF fluids. A little bit overkill. There's my air compressor. Then we have all this cool fun stuff over here, which I was telling you about earlier. Right here are my Icon Professional. Actually, going to get them out for a moment. We're going to be using these shortly. Icon swivel professional impact cycle set. You really don't need stuff like this. Like I said, overkill again. But it's good to have. You never know when you're going to need something like this, and you don't want to have to find it. If I get stuff at a good enough deal, I'll get it anytime if I need it, right? Like I said, this is overkill, not for a beginner. These do come in handy. I had to use one time, I think, out of here. Actually took it up, opened it once, and used it one time is all. These were made for the professional ratcheting. They're stubbies, so they're made for tight, short areas, right? Really nice set here. And I love how Icon, they don't skip, right? They do not skip at all. The metric sizes, they go straight up. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They don't skip sizes. I hate socket sets skip sizes. 10, 11, 12. Every size in there, which is good, you know. Some people say you don't need certain sizes, but you always do, I promise. And then we have here our basic metric no skip set. Never been used. I got these on a really good deal. It's the only reason I would have bought them, trust me. But same thing, flex head ratchet. No skip. Great tool. Right here is another tool that is really nice to have. You may not use them a lot, but it's still nice to have. Really nice tool here. Professional angled end wrench set. So the angled end, this prevents stripping, how this end is. You see this end here? What's up, Joe? Talrico, how you doing? All right, so you see these are great as well. Don't use them much, ever. If I've used them ever, maybe once or twice. Then, of course, we have these guys, which I do use quite a bit. I just don't really use them like I used to. I lost all my other ones. Somebody actually broke into my car and stole them. People were crazy. And you like to have them on video, too. He's lucky I didn't wake up that night. I was just getting over COVID a while back, and he stole my my specialty tools, which really makes me tell you something. Do not steal my stuff. He's so lucky I didn't get up that night. He was being recorded the whole time. And you know what? I seen the lights going off. And my phone was beeping, but I had it on silence. Like I said, I was getting over COVID. If I would have, tell you something, if I catch you taking my tools, it would have been bad. So he actually broke into my car, stole my Milwaukee tools box, stole my Milwaukee toolbox. But unfortunately for him, you know, it kind of sucked for me worse than anything. But for him, I kind of screwed him good because all it had in there was all my specialty tools. So a bunch of tools I just organized them the day before like I'm doing right now. And so all my specialty tools were in this Milwaukee toolbox. So it looked like a store, right? He's like, oh, Milwaukee toolbox. It felt heavy. Probably thought he had a bunch of power tools. When you open it up, you know what it had in there? It had like, let me show you. You'll get a good laugh out of this. It had like brake flare stuff, like like brake flare tools, heavy brake flare. These right here is all my brake stuff. These are all my brake stuff right here, but it had like brake flare tools. Bunch of crap nobody wants, you know, that you use on one job here or there, like Mercedes or BMWs, like all the specialty stuff you got to have. But what sucks for me is that was like my pride and joy. You know, that was like all of my specialty tools I've collected over so long. So I'm sure this kid just stole them and tossed them on the road going down the road, and it's totally screwed me. He totally shafted me with that, you know? That is so crazy. But, yeah, it's kind of like a good thing, though. Karma sucks. When you steal from people and that happens, it really is hilarious. Right here's a wrench I don't even use, just sitting in my playroom. It's a regular half-inch drive wrench. I mean, it's still usable. There's nothing wrong with it, but make sure it still works real quick. Sometimes these break. I mean, either way, I've got a warranty with them, so I can take it back. But this is fine. Nothing wrong with this ratchet. It's just I don't need it anymore because I have so many other tools. And we have, let me see, right here, we got some other tools down here I don't barely use. Right here's another socket I barely use, you can tell. Kind of. Sorry about that. Can y'all hear me? I hope. Somebody has to call. Doing every video, mess it up. So anyways, I'll be back to get some of this stuff done later. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I've got to go pick up my helper now. If y'all can hear me, let me know. What's up, Joe? What's up, everybody? Any questions about anything? I know my room is a mess. I need to clean it up. Yes, I understand that. A couple more things I want to show you in here real quick while I'm thinking about it. And I'm going to come back and do a second part to this later. I'm trying to twist my ankle walking over here real quick. I'm going to show you a few more specialty sets I have. Right up here, let's see. Right up here, we've got converter. I never use that. We have this compression test kit. Really great for testing compression on vehicles. Think you've got something going on. Usually my computer does almost all the work for me now with that. Oh, this tool right here is great. I use this quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit, but enough. If you have to drill out like a lug nut that's stuck, they work kind of good for that. Actually, really good. Extension cords are a must. You gotta have extension cords. Right here we got, oh yeah. These are for like gear puller set right there. This is the basic gear puller set, nothing crazy. Gear puller set. I was trying to find my my brake. Got a special. I just bought it not too long ago, but it's a special brake line tool for flaring brake lines and all that. I actually got not too long ago. I don't know where it's at right now. Who knows? Anyway, I've got a bunch more of these tab things over there. If we're doing tabs, extra filters I use for my own trucks and stuff. Got a welder down there. I barely use the welder anymore. It's just too hard to weld on the fly. We'll get my ass back out of here. It's kind of tight. If I don't twist my ankle like I did the other day, that'll be great. Oh yeah, I'm actually going to do a video soon. I'm going to cut this guy open right here. Soldering gun's good to have. I'm actually going to do a video. I'm going to cut him open. Right there is the expansion valve when I did it recently on a vehicle. This is I saved this because I want to cut it open later and show you guys. That was the valve cover I did off the valve cover job. I'm going to cut this open I'm going to cut it open right here. Sorry about that. Cut it open right here and show you how this fills. Somebody please let me know if you can hear me, okay? I really need to know. I don't want to do this video if y'all can't hear me right now. So just say if you can hear me. That's all you got to say. If you can't, then I'm going to do a part 2 regardless. But let me go over the last few more things I got. Here's some tools I rarely ever use. This is my tiller. No, this is not a tiller. This is the it's for cleaning. I believe this is for tilling, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Actually, it's my tiller. Yep. Great for it's a cultivator, but same thing. This is really cool here. If you want to get snow out the way. I mean, I just got all this stuff because, like I said, basically got it for free with some of the purchases I made. Oh, yeah, right here. Here's my flare tool set. I just found it. Right there is my extra AC. I got plenty of AC. We buy it when it's cheap. Right there is my Maddox brake flare tool. I don't do that but so much anymore, but when you do it, it's great. You make a lot of money as a mobile mechanic having that. And it really does come in handy. I'll be honest. It really does. So, yeah, right over here, too, I wanted to show you this. So I'm going to get all these in with my other tools here shortly. But right here we got, this is a wonderful tool here. Not a tool, but heated sweatshirt. I love this. I use it all the time. When it gets cold outside, it really helps. When it's freezing, you're not, but it's so freezing. So got a lot of cleanup to do in here. Believe that. There's tons of more stuff. Gotta have a good scanner, right? You always want to have a good scanner. Very important. You want to have razor knives. I mean, there's tons of stuff I can do all day with tools. But basically, what I'm gonna do later when I have my helper over here. By the way, he's doing a wonderful job. So really happy he's helping me out. I'm gonna go pick him up in a minute. But right down the road too, worked out great. So this is now we're gonna come out here and figure out how to organize these properly. Once everything's organized, we'll be able to place these into the right places. Always have a really large extension cord too. Let me show you something too. So I got the fuel pump offline finally for my bike, for my Ninja. This is mine. Way better quality, right? Look how nice my wires are. Look how cheap this one is right here. Kind of mad about this, but I'm just going to put it in there and see if it runs, which I know it'll run. It won't take me long to put this in and fire it up. But you can tell it's just not nearly as much quality as mine. I'm actually trying to switch out some of these wires, honestly, or re-weather strip them myself. See how nice mine are? They'll last forever like that inside that gas tank, you know. They make them like crap, though. Look at this thing. See, my hall sensor's broke. But yeah, they're the exact same one. It was like $125. But basically, mine was good. I just couldn't get these sensors. I couldn't get the wires back here on the sensors, or I would have used mine. I can't rewire these back into here. These just go right in here. You can tell I rebuilt it perfectly. Honestly, I was guessing a little bit, not sure. You can actually see, though. Oh, all I couldn't figure out was this part. It didn't matter anyway because the hall sensor broke. But you see this? This needs to be reinforced. This is not good material here at all. Either way, no worries there. We'll get that straight later. Wanted to show you. It goes to my gas tank right there. Get it back on the bike. We all done. Make sure you got a nice long extension cord. They're helpful. I don't use it nearly as much anymore. But for charging batteries, it's a must-have. Like I said, everything will be organized in these bags. Try to get them cheap from Harbor Freight if you can. They're great. Right here we got this guy right here. This is great. I always have a big moving blanket. It's just wonderful to have. I use it, you know, pretty often. So that's about it, though. And plenty of boxes. Plenty of storage boxes come in handy. Oh, cool. They're on my other wrenches at. My bad. Oh, yeah, let me show you the difference in some of these. This is the must-have right here. It's a box flex head, but double-sided end box flex head must-have. Also, these are great. Really long. Break anything off behind rotors. You know, taking the rotor off. Can't get the rotor caliper bolt off. They're great. These are all my tools in here. And said, I do have other box wrenches. He got some of them now. This is actually a ratchet. That shouldn't be in here. Should be able to ratchets, but you know how that goes. Stuff gets mixed up. Oh yeah, we also have this guy here too. Shouldn't be here. Chisel. I must have been on the job rushing. That's what happens. So anyway, these are really nice over here. These are my Milwaukee pack outs. Oh yeah, yeah, tons of flashlights. Always have tons of flashlights. I got multiple tons of flashlights everywhere, and nice gloves. Very important, nice gloves. Anyway, let me hop over here real quick if I can squeeze in. I'll get rolling over here, and right here we got nice Milwaukee tool set, tool cabinets. I'm gonna be putting my stuff in. Yeah, as you can tell, I do like Milwaukee a lot, but it's not cheap. And right here, I think is different big jackets. Right here's my heated jacket. My Milwaukee heated jackets right here. Really great for a heated jacket. It does the trick really well. But, you know, that's when you get more advanced and you really start making that money, you know. It is not easy to do what I do. If you can make it through the first couple of years, do like this. You can make it through the first couple of years. You can do this. It's not hard to do. I recommend right now this. You don't want to go with Milwaukee right now. Go ahead and get yourself some of these. These fit perfect in my vehicle. Work out great. And they do the job perfectly. So what I'm going to do, some of these need to be reorganized, and they all have like little red trays that go in here. They're great. They're from Harbor Freight as well. Oh, don't fall off of there, please. These are all from Harbor Freight as well, so you stick them in. But that doesn't go in that one. But let me show you what I mean. The red ones go in there. So they're full of these red guys here, and it also got separators. Just go in here just like this. And you just separate it. You know, this one don't go in there. It goes in a different one, I believe. I'm not sure. I have to double check. Oh, yeah, it goes into the one that's a little bigger. Those right there actually go into, I'll show you real quick. They go in here. These guys. See, it's like this. You stick them in. They got like hose clamps. So that's all different ways to organize stuff. Comes in handy. Over here, I got more cleaners. PV blaster, man. You got turbo intake valve cleaner. All my fuses, twist ties, fuses, relays. Some of this stuff still mixed up here. We have all my light bulbs are in here. When they weren't here at one point in time, I don't know where they are now. I have to find them, but they were all in there. Everything got mixed up the other day. So this fuse box blew the other day. I took it with me. Now I've got all my own fuses and relays. Works out good. What's up, Lillian? All right, anybody have any questions? Because I'm going to have to do a part 2 on this clearly. This is a lot, I know. One must-have tool, I will say, too, is my Milwaukee blower. Such a great tool to have if you're working. Right here, I'm charging my batteries too. If you're working, you can blow stuff off underneath the car, out from underneath the car. That way you don't get stuff falling in your eyes. But right here, hey, awesome battery. It lasts forever. High output XC 8.0. You can see the difference. This is the basic ones. These guys are decent, but not nearly as good as that one over there, right? These are the ones that kind of just give away as you buy stuff. This is different level greatness. It really is. Goes on the back of there, and we got like a brand new blower tool. Perfectly brand new tool. Works great. Got a vacuum for the pump. You got a power washer. And, you know, that's a lot of stuff. Trust me, there's a lot of stuff. Gloves. These are must-have. When you're working on cars, you're good at brake tabs. I do it all the time. And these are perfect little tab assortments that really come in handy. You break people's tabs, you put them back on. Then, you know, no problems. Don't break people's stuff and leave it broken. Right here we have, hey Maddox, no, yeah, this is a great tool to have. I don't use it nearly as much as I used to, but because I know how to do it the easier way now. Actually, hey, I don't even use this tool like I should. You can see it's got all these little ones to match each different brake caliper. If you wanted to go over how to use it, if you haven't seen something you want to see, let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to show you when I get back. This is a specialty tool also. Yoga blocks are nice to have. These are definitely nice to have too. That's for like strip bolts. That's for oxygen sensor removal. I'll show you that in a minute. Right here is my, flip it over. I'm going to open it upside down. Nice little top. You want to check, you know, radiator systems. I don't recommend doing that. This is what this is for. Check, see if you got a leak, find your leak. Always apply very little pressure. You can actually damage something if you're not very careful. But too much pressure is never good. Right here we got an oxygen sensor set. Should be going up here with my other specialty tools here in a minute when we get done. So we'll still going to get back here, get the rest of this organized, maybe get the motorcycle started up. Maybe do a video on that. See, open them backwards. But anyway, wrong way. These are great. Has all the tools. I got this from AutoZone. Pretty cheap. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's about it though. I'm going to put this guy over here with some of my ratchets. I'm going to put this over here for now. Come back and get all this done. So Yeah, crowbars like this are always good. We move into axles right here. Axle removal. This is great. Great, so you can protect your hand when you're hitting with the mallet. You hit something dead on, then you don't smash your hand with the mallet. Doesn't feel good. She used to have a hammer with it. She used to have a mallet with it. I know who got it actually, but a customer got it a while back, and I even asked him. I said, "Hey, you know what's so crazy?" I'm like, "Hey, is that my mallet?" The guy's like, "No, it's my mallet." So I noticed like 2 days later. I'm like, "Where's my mallet?" And yep, there was my. He took my mallet. It's crazy, but anyways, it is what it is. Hope he enjoys it. Hope he put it to good use. Yeah, it's not right, but that's one thing I don't do still. But check out this guy. This is pretty cool. Let me just show you real quick how this bad boy works here. Give me a second. So, right here, it's a beautiful day out here. Really is. Wow, it's nice. Right here we have like basically. Oh. But see, the best part about this guy is this. You get up underneath the car and you're trying to work, which I'm going to be working on this guy probably here coming up soon today. Get up in here. And all your crap out. All the dirt, so it's not going to hit you in the face, right? Makes sense, huh? I'm going to finish the ball joints on this so I can move it. It also gets all the junk out of the car you're about to work on. You see that? Check it out. Now we're not laying in dirt, right? Just like that. Just like that. See, it's been a while since I've been up underneath it, right? So I'm just going to try to get it cleaned out a little bit. And we're going to be working on this coming up here. Finishing up the ball joints on this guy. Actually got him inside my house. Get the crap out of there. See how they're hanging. They're not even on there, right? Not hard to do. I just don't want to sit in all this dirt crap. There's a lot of junk in there. That's crazy, ain't it? Look at it. This tool's got some power to it. I'll tell you that much. Just like this right here. Pretty easy, huh? So, anyway, I am going to do a part 2. So I'm going to go pick up my helper here real quick. He's been great, like I said, so far. Very happy with it, with his work. He's waiting on me now, I'm pretty sure. Get us up over here. We'll mess this whole up and get all these daggone leaves and blowing up out of here. I hate these leaves. They're everywhere this time of year. Much better, huh? Much better. Now you can actually work. Just blow up in here. All that crap out of there. This car's been here for almost a year now. I'd say almost a year. Sitting like this. We got to get this moving up out of here, for real. You got to get it moving at some point in time. Get it up out of here for now. Get a head start with this. Get it out of the way. And in the back. That's why I love this tool. Use it all the time. It's the same way. Once you get most of it up, it's pretty easy to clear the rest. You know. Bring it up top in there as well. Stuff's not falling, hit you in the eyes, right? You don't want that to happen. Get it on out of here for now. You see? I'm gonna brush some of this way so I don't get it up in there. Same way back here. But basically, that's why I love this tool. It works so great. Yeah, here's the bike I'll be working on later. Maybe today. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to fire it up. It's a beautiful day. Get it fired up. Get a little bit further underneath there. Maybe I don't got to go and get a broom. Let's see if I can get further out. Let's see if I can get it further out. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, pretty good, huh? Pretty good, huh? Get out from underneath that stupid stand. I can't stand when it does that. It'll be a big help for later. Just like that. Just like that. Now, show you right here. Get the same in the back. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah, just some years have been sitting here. All that crap finally built up on there. We'll brush the rest down. I don't want to get it blown back underneath there for any reason, of course. But yeah, I'll come back. I'll have a part 2. I'm going to get my helper now. I think he's got to work today to the job, so I don't want to mess him up. But you know, for now, I think it's about everything you need to know on tools. You need to know a certain level of tool for what jobs. Let me know. So, yep, sorry about that. I need to get that done. We'll sweep the rest out. Damn, my hand went numb just doing that. So, that's basically a good bit of tools right there. So, I don't know what else I can go over with you guys other than, you know, how to use them each one by one. If you watch my videos, my streams, you'll kind of learn, I guess. Now that I have somebody working with me, it'll be a lot easier to get the gist of things. I'm not just flying, you know, all over the place quite as bad. So once we get these tools organized, which is the key to being a successful mobile mechanic, once they're organized, guess what? Things go a whole lot faster. And you can just be like, hey, grab me this. Boom, we go. So I got an update, too, on that vehicle the other day. If you saw the live stream the other day, I got the craziest update ever. Make sure you check it out. ChatGPT actually shafted me pretty good on this. And I'm going to go into details coming up here on that live stream. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but unbelievable what happened. You know, they really, really got me. And, you know, I just should have did my homework. I should have just trusted them 100%. So I'm kind of to blame too, you know. So I can't just blame them. I should blame myself. But it's very important stuff you need to know about ChatGPT. They can be dangerous too. You know, they almost really screwed me. And luckily, I'm fast at what I do. I could rip everything back off and fix it before it was too late. But yeah, we'll go over that later. Anyway, I hope y'all like the tools. Yeah, don't do that, kids. Remember to always read the description and title of everybody's channel too before you comment. That's another thing people remember. Remember that, kids. Unfortunately, it happens. But yeah, it's all good. I get it. Unfortunately, I've never been a big into that. But you know, or it's popping shots, bubbles. Why don't you go and check out the description real quick. But either way, I'm going. Hope y'all like the video. I love getting those comments because, you know, once they read the description, like, oh, duh. Okay, well, it makes them feel better about themselves, I guess, too. But, you know, I appreciate if y'all tone it down for, you know, I probably have a lot of viewers on this channel that are in a similar situation. So tone that down on my channel, please. Don't make me have to, you know, block you like a little kid. Take your time, read the description of my channel, and you'll get a key insight into your comment. So, anyway, I'm going. Hope you liked the video. And if you want to know anything else about tools, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell. See you on the next one. Peace. And don't pay attention to those crazy comments. It don't matter.